What you gonna do when highlight catch an attitude? Drop to the knees and show gratitude. Kiss my ring, chick.
Earlier today, Hoover police detectives obtained warrants for the arrest of Carlee Russell.
Carlee Russell has been charged with 2 misdemeanors following her admission that her kidnapping was a hoax. The police chief of Hoover, Alabama, Nick Durzis, updates the public at a press conference July 28th.
Earlier today, Hoover police detectives obtained warrants for the arrest of Carlee Russell through the Hoover Municipal Court for her actions related to faking her kidnapping and subsequently making false statements to detectives as they investigated this case. This afternoon, Carlee Russell, with the assistance of her attorney, turned herself into the Hoover City Jail, where she was arrested for 5 charges. False reporting to law enforcement authorities, Class A misdemeanor, $1,000 bond. Falsely reporting an incident, a Class A misdemeanor with a $1,000 bond. Each of these charges carry up to a year in jail, a potential fine of $6,000 upon conviction. Ms. Russell was released from jail after posting bond. Judging from the amount of phone calls and emails that we've received from people all over the country, I know many are shocked and appalled that Ms. Russell is only being charged with 2 misdemeanors, despite all the panic and disruption her actions caused. Let me assure you, I too share the same frustration, but existing laws only allow the charges that were filed to be filed.
Carlee previously admitted via her lawyer that her kidnapping claims were not true. Chief Durzis read a statement from her attorney at a press conference July 24th.
I've talked to and received a statement from Mr. Emery Anthony, attorney for Carlee Russell. Mr. Anthony asked that I read the statement in its entirety, which I will do now. My client has given me permission to make the following statement on her behalf. There was no kidnapping on Thursday, July 13th, 2023. My client did not see a baby on the side of the road. My client did not leave the Hoover area when she was identified as a missing person. My client did not have any help in this incident. This was a single act done by herself. My client was not with anyone or any hotel with anyone from the time she was missing. My client apologizes for her actions to this community, the volunteers who were searching for her, to the Hoover Police Department and other agencies as well, as to her friends and family. We ask for your prayers for Carlee as she addresses her issues and attempts to move forward, understanding that she made a mistake in this matter. Carlee, again, ask for your forgiveness and prayers.
Durzis said in the July 28th press conference that police still do not know where Carlee was during the 49 hours she was missing, and that he plans to reach out to the state legislature regarding the subject of individuals filing false claims.
I can tell you that I will be contacting our state legislatures on behalf of law enforcement in Montgomery and asking them to look at this law applied to these facts and urge them to add an enhancement to current legislation when somebody falsely reports kidnapping or another violent crime.
The puzzling circumstances of Carlee's case have generated nationwide media attention. It began on July 13th when Carlee was commuting home to Hoover from Birmingham on Interstate 459 when she called 911 and a family member to report spotting a child along the highway. Hoover police say when they arrived on the scene, the 25-year-old's vehicle was running and her belongings were there, but there was no trace of her or the child. Local, state, and federal agencies offered assistance in the search for Carlee until July 15th, when, according to Hoover Police Lieutenant Daniel Lowe, the department received a call at 10:44 p.m. that Carlee had returned home on foot.
So, as you see, Carlee Russell has been arrested, right? You know, she looks like she pay a fine of $6,000 and can possibly spend up to a year in jail, right? For faking a kidnapping, right? All right, excuse me. I had to mute the mic for a second. But yeah, so as we know, like I said, like they said, a year in jail and $6,000 fine. Now, we see that she was, like I said, we all knew it was a hoax and everything like that. They finally, arrested Carlee for all this, right? Now, funny how, like a week ago, we had Dr. Umar Johnson, right? Dr. Umar was up here hollering that Carlee was arrested, or not arrested, but kidnapped, and let go by the so-called what do you say? Government. His conspiracy theory. Umar had the conspiracy theory accusation that Carlee was picked up by the local law enforcement or whoever, by the government, and then released. So let's just take a listen at this foolishness here that this dude was saying, man. Dr. Umar full of crap. But check this out. Listen to what he had to say.
Listen, the U.S. government, I know y'all don't want to hear this because you just celebrate the 4th of July. The United States government, the police, services, foster care system, juvenile judicial system, they are all complicit. They are all complicit. They are all complicit in the sexual kidnapping of Black women and children. They decided to let her go because they got scared. Our sister is home because they got scared. Oh, yes. Because she is really the first case I've seen, Sister Carlee. She the first case that I've seen of a kidnapped Black woman where the Black community went all out for her. So we got to start going all out. Y'all did a good job. I commend everybody. We have to go all out for every kidnapped Black child, every kidnapped Black woman, every missing Black child, every missing Black woman, every missing Black elder. We got to show up and show out. We got to show up and show out for every Black woman, every Black child, every Black elder. We got to show up. Black women, don't get out your car for kids. They're using them. They're using them children as bait. They're using the babies as bait. Stay in your car. Keep the door locked. Call the police or call some other Black folks.
This dude here, man. I mean, really? I mean, come on now. When is the madness going to stop? You know what I mean? That's what I want to know. When is the madness going to stop, right? I mean, really? He honestly thinks, I mean, I can't believe he still got this up on his page, right? This was like about a week ago, I think. But yeah, I mean, the fact is she was kidnapped by the U.S. government, and then they let her go because they got scared. This dude, I mean, I don't even know what to say, because I mean, this guy is supposed to be like, what do you call himself? King consciousness, the Prince of Pan-Africanism, PhD. He got all these doctorates, and this. I mean, come on, man. Be as smart as you are, you sound stupid as fuck, right? Anything to get $1 from a woman. That's basically what it is. Anything to get $1 from these women, from these so-called Black women. So after that, Carlee got arrested and everything, after the conspiracy theory. Now listen to what he has to say. I mean, this dude will say anything, basically, right? He will say anything. It doesn't matter. He doesn't care. He's just gonna say whatever he has to say to stay in the good graces of these so-called black women. So here we go again, Dr. Umar. Let's take a listen to this. Now this is what he has to say about the whole about the whole Carlee Reed. Damn, can't even say her name. We got all these damn fucking names. Carlee Hood, Carlee Russell. Y'all need to come on. Okay, Carlee Russell. Let's get it.
Abducted, organ trafficked, and sex trafficked. There's a war on black women, Sister Carlee Russell. You owe your sisters an apology. I do not want my sister going to jail. So for all y'all saying she need to be prosecuted and persecuted, I disagree with you. Don't no black woman belong in there. I don't want to see her in prison for that. She made a big mistake and she needs to account and atone to the black community. Sister Carlee made a big mistake and she needs to account and atone to the black community, but I do not want her persecuted or prosecuted. I don't want her charged. I don't want her indicted, and I don't want her convicted. And I rebuke any of you who are trying to push that on that young sister. Because guess what? Our women are sexually trafficked inside the prison also. Black women are sexually trafficked inside the prison also. So why would any black woman or any black man would want Sister Carlee arrested and in prison? I don't support that narrative at all. I do not support bringing white people in to punish black people. We must do this ourselves. Sister Carlee, you owe us an apology, sister. And I hope your parents are honorable enough to make you give that apology to black women and the black community all over this country. You owe an apology to the queendom. That's all I want, is a public apology to the queendom. I want a public apology for the sisterhood, Sister Carlee. You owe black women that. Don't you dare play with our safety like that. Because what you did, Sister Carlee, and I'm not beating you up, I love you. When I see you in Alabama, I'm going to give you a big hug and just say, baby, don't do that no more. Don't you play with the safety and security of black women like that. Because
really? So does that make any sense? Black community, oh, we're going to punish her. Just give her a slap on the wrist. And when I see her, I'm going to give her a hug. This idiot, this is another thought leader, right? You got Ebony K. Williams talking about being a single mom, getting these test tube babies. And now you got Dr. Umar saying that Carlee Russell shouldn't be arrested because they traffic women. If you make your bed, you got to lay in. Right? Why give these women a pass? Why give these so-called black women a pass? You know what I'm saying? Oh, but you go want the black community to punish her. So what? Just by us scolding her and saying you shouldn't have done that? It's like giving a kid a slap on the wrist saying, don't do that no more. You know how you do your 2-year-old? Don't do that no more. You know, I mean, come on, really? That's basically what he's saying. That's basically what he's saying. Slap on the wrist. I'm just going to give her a hug and tell her not to do that no more. Like you're talking to a little 2-year-old. I mean, come on. Even though what she did was childish, Shahrazad Ali said most black women have the mindset of a 15-year-old. I mean, we see that on the daily, right? We already know that. They're kids. With black women are childish. And we see that, but still, you're a grown adult woman. Just because you behave like a child, you can still be you will be punished like an adult. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what your mindset is. You're not crazy. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not clinically insane. You haven't been diagnosed with no type of mental illness. So guess what? You will face the punishment of an adult, right? Oh, but not with Dr. Umar. Oh, I'm just going to give her a hug and tell her not to do that anymore. That's because Dr. Umar wants these women to keep funding his school or giving him money, hitting that cash out, because I don't think it's going to no damn school. But yeah, this is where we're at. This is where we're at. These are our thought leaders. First, Dr. Umar said it was a conspiracy that the government had kidnapped her and they decided to let her go because they got scared. Now he's saying that no black woman should be in jail for doing what she did because they, traffic black people in jail, black women in jail. And when we see her, we on the black community need to hold her accountable. Y'all, drop some comments down below. Tell me what y'all think of this bullshit. All right, it's your boy Jay Larone. Please like, subscribe, and share. If you made it this far, man, go ahead and subscribe, man. Come on. This is some crazy. Yeah, but do that, please. It's Friday again. Y'all, please be good to yourself. By all means, let's be good to one another. And yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next one, man. Dr. Umar, yo, brother, you need help. That's all I gotta say. Peace out.
What you gonna do when highlight catch an attitude? Drop to them knees and show gratitude. Kiss my ring, chick.